want to say that I'm so sorry. All my people are getting attacked. The children. I don't understand. I'm so sorry. I wish I could do something, but I can't. I don't know what to do. I'll try everything, I promise.
Just criminals, they would say, "Oh, Trump is not going to do that."
They didn't believe it.
They didn't believe it. They didn't believe it. I have them on tape. I have them on tape.
I know. I have all the anecdotes. The assertion that all American voters did not know exactly what Donald Trump is going to do. Oh, they didn't think it is totally false. There was mass amount of polling during the campaign. Hispanic Americans supported deportations in majority. You and I debated this many times. You claimed it wasn't true. And then what they do? They went and voted for Donald Trump. The election results are clear. There is no buyer's remorse. The people who followed our laws and came here legally are more than happy to see the laws enforced.
But here's what's being missed. I think this is very critical. In a vacuum, yes, majority of Americans do support mass deportation, Scott. But you have seen this also in polls. When you start telling them what that means,
illegals leaving, they support it.
No.
They support that.
Yes, they support the criminals. Let me finish. When you start telling them what that means, dreamers, veterans, teachers, first responders, their family, then they say, you know what? These are people that have been here for 30 years. They have contributed trillions of dollars to our economy. I prefer to give them a pathway to citizenship. So you know what the solve is, Scott? In order to get rid of all of those illegals, let's give them a pathway to citizenship. That is a win-win for the economy, for us.
You're fighting the last battle. He's fighting the next one.
What we had heard from immigration advocates is that this is going to provide a chilling effect to parents in the school drop-off line or something of that matter.
It shouldn't be a chilling effect unless your child is a terrorist or a public safety threat. If they are a public safety threat and national security threat, they should be chilled. They should be afraid because we're looking for them.
Well, if their parent is here and they're an undocumented immigrant, I think was more of the argument that they were making.
They're not off the table either. I mean, they're in the country illegally, they got a problem. I mean, it's not okay. Look, it's not okay to enter this country illegally. It's a crime. And that's the way it's supposed to be. I wouldn't feel comfortable if I'm in Switzerland illegally. So we're going to enforce laws in this country. So, you know, the schools and the churches and the central location was a policy only for ICE, only for immigration, right? But national security threats and public safety threats have no safe haven in this country, and we'll go where we got to go.
Do these Hollywood elitists ever think about the common American in this country? You saw in the clip, you saw Selena Gomez crying over the fact that she may not have immigrant maids anymore. She won't have immigrant dudes doing her landscaping anymore. She crying because she losing her servants or house cleaners. That's what she crying about. She ain't crying about nothing real. Please. People are calling her, hey, these people are insufferable. Yo, the left, y'all making yourselves look bad. Selena Gomez weeps over ICE deporting criminals, including child rapists. And this is not a smart move politically. I'm just going to be honest with you. If you want to make it political, I'll be political right now. This is not a smart move. If ICE is telling you we're prioritizing criminal aliens, right? I mean, illegals that committed a crime on top of coming into this country illegally, if they said this is their priority first, this is their first priority, and you already crying, not a good look on the left. I'm just saying. ICE made over 2,500 arrests in Trump's first week, and Trump wants more. I heard he put out a quota system. He said these are weak numbers. 900 people, these are weak numbers. We're nowhere near Obama. Obama's still holding. I'm trying to go for the title deporter in chief. Obama deported 3 million people. I need to beat that. Gomez deleted the video, as you can imagine, as you can suspect. And Trump wants to hold a hearing. I don't know if Congress wants to hold a hearing, but they want to hold a hearing about sanctuary cities and their policies and exactly how they run. And this is a smart move. But I want to point out another thing. Mexico's president is condemning Trump on immigrants and stresses that Mexicans there sustain the economy of the United States in the countryside, in services, everywhere. And all of them are clapping. And in my mind, If you really believe that, why are you trying to convince the people that come up through your country who's trying to go to the US? Why you don't try to convince them to stay in Mexico? Like, I don't understand the lip service these people are giving right now. Like, their actions do not match their words. If you believe these people sustain economies, why you ain't trying to snatch them up before they get to the US? They usually pass your country, Madam President. And this is the folly that I see all the time. Smart people, wise, I don't know who put this wise saying, but actions speak louder than words. If you truly believe that, why are you trying to keep your people here? Why are you trying to keep your people over there? I'm tired. I'm tired of the theatrics, man. I'm literally I'm tired of this stuff. Claudia, I'm tired. Stop it, please. No one believes your tough talk. You want to end up like Colombia's president? That was funny. That's hilarious. And Colombia's president is still feeling the pain because I think Trump revoked a bunch of U.S. visas in Colombia. Visa appointments in Colombia, just to add on to the pressure of what the Colombian president is doing. I don't think you want to go down this road, Claudia. President Claudia. But I digress. On this next clip, I want to show you Dr.Phill riding along with Tom Homan about who they're deporting. Here's who Selena Gomez and all the leftists from The View are crying about. Let's take a look.
What's your name?
Seda.
Seda what? You have a first and last name.
Sam.
Seda Sam?
Yes.
Where you from?
Where I was born or where I'm from?
Where you born?
Thailand.
You been deported before from the United States?
No.
Never been deported?
But I've been in the system before.
EMB.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What have you been charged with
Charged where?
before?
I'm not gonna say that. I'm gonna talk to my lawyer.
Yeah. Are you a citizen?
My mom's a citizen.
Your mother's a citizen?
Yes.
But you're not?
Nope.
But you've never been deported before?
You Dr.Phill. You look like Dr.Phill.
Yeah? How do you know me?
No, I seen Dr.Phill, you know, on TV.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, this is an example of sanctuary cities, right? We got an illegal alien convicted of sex crimes involving children. And he's walking the streets of Chicago. Again, the downfall, the problem with the sanctuary city, that people like us walking the street rather than local law enforcement working with federal agents. This is what we're dealing with. Yeah. You've been charged with sex crimes with children?
Not really.
Not really? And never been deported?
Nope.
Huh. Let's take them in and process them, lock them up.
Got it, sir.
All right. So you get a transport?
Where they go, who picks them up. This is who picks them up. This is who lures them out on the internet and they disappear or they get raped and their life's changed forever. And he shouldn't even be here, but he's doing this. But they don't raise their hand and say, hey, there's somebody that doesn't even have the right to be here that's preying upon our children and they don't tell you about it. Exactly. And this governor, Governor Pritzker, and the mayor, they want to vilify the men and women of ICE. ICE saved children today. ICE saved children today. And it makes me angry. Governor Pritzker the other day went on the internet, social media, saying ICE was attacking our elementary school. He's scaring children. He's scaring the neighborhood, putting fear in the community. We're doing the exact opposite. We're saving children. Every sexual predator we arrest means more safe children. So God bless the men and women of ICE. As you've seen today, we're not sweeping neighborhoods. This is a target enforcement operation. We spend a lot of time investigating these people. We know exactly who we're looking for. So it's a target enforcement operation. It's the right thing to do.
I think leftists has lost the plot, right? I'm gonna show you a flashback clip. You know, guys, you know me. You know me. I love to go back in history, look up stuff, find stuff to substantiate my point, right? Obama said the same thing. If you're a criminal, you'll be deported. Technically, all illegal immigrants are criminals because they broke, our border laws. But, that's another argument for another day. This is exactly what Donald Trump is doing 11 years later, and now Democrats are pretending to be outraged. Make it make sense. Hollywood actors are crying, right? Let's hear Obama. He's gonna sound like somebody in 2025.
If you're a criminal, you'll be deported. If you plan to enter the U.S. illegally, your chances of getting caught and sent back just went up. The actions I'm taking are not only lawful, they're the kinds of actions taken by every single Republican president and every single Democratic president for the past half century.
You heard that from Obama's mouth. The policies from a Republican president to a Democratic president for centuries. Yet stupid people online are crying about Trump deporting what? 2,500 people in a week? Imagine Obama did worse. Obama deported nearly 3.2 million people, earning him the nickname Deporter in Chief. Yet you're crying about Donald Trump doing the exact same thing, taking the exact same policy position as Obama. These people, they baffle me. I think Selena Gomez was around when Barack Obama was doing this stuff, but she's quiet. Huh. This is all political. We all know what it is. This is all political. This is just political games. All of it. It's always been. And it's so ridiculous that I have to agree with Anna Consparian and Cenk on their warning for the left. The left has lost Americans on the issue of immigration. This is true. This is factual. Look at the polls. Every poll number is not benefiting you. Every American knows that illegal immigration is not in our best interest. Legal immigration is. Legal maybe. You can make an argument for legal, but you can't make the argument for someone breaking into our country uninvited. Then your party give them temporary protection status. We see that as, you're rewarding people for breaking your laws. You're creating a bad incentive structure. Now you got Hollywood actors who are predispositioned towards the left, crying online about child rapists and criminals that's wanted by international police. And you think this is a good idea? Leftism, you guys are so out of touch. Keep it up. I mean, you got Mike Johnson, Republican Speaker of the House for the Republican Party. He feels confident for 2026. If this is how y'all approaching it, no pushback, nothing. Do I need to play the clip with Stephen A. Smith telling Ro Khanna, Democratic congressman, about how a convicted felon, 34-count convicted felon, beat the most qualified presidential candidate ever, Kamala Harris? Do we have to replay that clip again? I don't think the left want to see that clip again. I think he's politically blind, and even he can see what y'all doing is a big mess up, a big miscalculation. But keep crying on TV, keep crying on the internet. American people will be like, those tears didn't do nothing for us. All they did was get us taken advantage of, and Americans feel taken advantage of. And y'all not even giving up any alternative, any viable alternative. Donald Trump is literally parroting what Barack Obama did in 2014, and you're crying about it. Make it make sense. But I digress. Let's listen a couple minutes to their commentary.
So, in terms of when to start crying like Selena Gomez, save it for the mass deportations when we have to rally the whole American people to our side to prevent it. But when you do it, when they're picking up convicted felons, you're gonna lose the American people. So don't do that. As Anna's about to tell you, we're already losing them. I don't wanna lose them anymore before we get to the actual problem.
No, we lost them. I wanna be very clear that when I was talking about Venezuelan gang members, that was specifically meant to make a point about how the Democratic Party, which was in charge at the time, needed to do something about that. Otherwise, Americans are gonna be ready to throw the baby out with the bathwater. And that's exactly what's happening here. So in 2016, public opinion polls showed that only 36% of Americans favored mass deportation, only 36%.
She saved me a clip because I was about to play that clip about CNN and how they're like, oh my God, during April of 2017, Democrats had an 11% advantage over people when they asked the question, who do you trust more on immigration? They had an 11% lead on the Republicans in 2017 on that issue. Now in 2025, they asked the American people the same question. Who do you trust more on immigration? Guess how much the GOP got? Republicans are trusted 22% more on this issue on immigration than the Democrats. Yeah, I don't think this is a hill y'all want to die on.
Fast forward to today, let's look at the numbers. Well, New York Times came out with a poll, 56% of Americans in favor of mass deportations. Oh, well, that must be an outlier, right? Outlier poll. How could the number increase so much? Marquette, 64% of Americans in their poll indicated that they favor mass deportation. CBS News, 57%. ABC News, 56%.
All these are lagging indicators. Like, we already know what Americans thought. Who won the popular vote? The one who was more hawkish on the border. Who was that candidate? Donald Trump. There you go. That was your polling. That was your survey. All you had to do is look at, well, what he campaigned on to win the popular vote. And you can assume at least 80% of what he was saying is what people wanted. You don't need a poll to confirm that. Let him wrap up. I don't want to.
We have lost them already, because when you're unwilling to make a distinction between people who are here illegally, who are committing crimes, who are running amok, with those who might be in the country illegally, but they've been here for a while, they're productive members of society and they're not hurting anyone, well, all of a sudden.
Define hurting people, right? I mean, majority, like what? I forgot the percentage of illegals that's on welfare. They're taking resources from American citizens. And if you're still illegal, right, there's a likelihood that you're not paying taxes. There's a likelihood. I'm not saying you're not, but there's a likelihood you're not. And if you are, probably you stole someone's social security number, because that's the only way you're paying taxes. So when they put these narratives, oh, they're not hurting anybody. You know, you are. You're taking housing away. You're competing for jobs. You're suppressing wages. So that's why I said define hurt. And this is why when leftists in my comment section tell me that somehow I'm anti-American because I want limited immigration and I want mass deportation, I'm looking at them like, I'm not anti-immigrant. I'm just for restrictions, because at this point, y'all not respecting Americans' kindness. Like, look how kind our immigration system is. Like, you having babies in our country and automatically they're a citizen. And Americans are like, yo, I think we're being taken advantage of here. And you want us to continue playing the fool. This is how Americans are interpreting this. This is how I am interpreting this as a right-leaning independent. I'm being very honest with you. I'm being very upfront with you of why I believe what I believe. And I think many Americans also are sharing the same sentiment. Because when I'm in my, this is anecdotal evidence. When I'm in my neighborhood here, in my suburbs in Florida, right? When I talk to my neighbors who are apolitical, they don't really care who's in power or whatever. Even they're complaining about the immigration issue. They going, yeah, I think they're taking advantage of us. And when I heard that, I was like, I'll make sure that message is heard on my channel. Americans feel taken advantage of. So if you're an illegal, happen to see my video, and you're mad that I'm so cruel, I'm so heartless, what's more cruel than abusing a system that you know you're not supposed to be here, yet you demand the world? You demand, oh, I want luxury this. I don't like your food you're giving me. Give me food stamps so I can buy my own food. Free healthcare on the taxpayer's dime. You didn't contribute a single dollar into the pot, but you're extracting so much resources from it. So even if you are here illegally and you're not adding onto your crimes in our country, you're still taking resources away from our American citizens. You're still causing some type of issue in here. To pretending that, oh, I'm an illegal and I'm not doing anything wrong. It's like saying someone break into your house. They're not hurting you. They're not doing anything. They're not stealing from you. They just want to live in your house. And then your electric bill go up. Your water bill go up. Your toilet paper gets used a lot faster, because at the end of the day, he may not be doing nothing, but they're still taking resources in your house. That's how I see illegal immigration. That's how illegal immigration actually works. They still taking $150 billion out of the taxpayer's pocket every year to maintain them in this country. But they're not hurting anybody. They're not hurting you, as far as you know. But I digress. But the overall point of what she's saying, I agree with.
And you're going to have the majority of Americans think, well, Democrats aren't serious about keeping us safe. And now we don't trust them to deal with immigration. Now we want mass deportation.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, that's all I needed to see. I don't need to see anymore. That's all I needed to see. Right? So you even got leftists recognizing, yo, we effing up here. We need to stop doing this. But do you think they're listening? No. These people, I'm telling you, Democrats are some of the cockiest people I ever met in my life. Ever. Liberals take positions that make them look good and feel good and show very little concern in the actual consequences for others, even when liberal policies are leaving havoc in their wake. Tom Sowell. Sanctuary cities are doing this, right? Remember the clip with Dr.Phill interviewing one of these guys being detained and about to get deported. He was Taiwanese, if I remember correctly. He was charged for child molestation or whatever, something involving minors, right? Some crime, or child predator. That's what we're gonna call him, right? He was caught in Chicago. Brandon Johnson says something about protecting these people. Oh, he's in a sanctuary city. And you wonder why Congress is calling up all these Democratic mayors and want to ask questions about sanctuary cities and their policies. Because last time I heard these people, yeah, if this criminal illegals will work with ICE. But in the clip I just showed you, Tom Homan just said they don't want to work with us. Why we got to go out in the street and go get these people? Instead, they want to go online and cry about how, oh my God, schools aren't safe spaces. No, we don't want to be safe spaces because we don't want to create an incentive where criminals hang around schools and churches because when ICE show up, they can just run into church. They can just run into school. We know how the game works already. The chilling effect is what we're going for. I want people like them to be scared. Because just like they abused Americans' kindness, extract tax dollars from us, they didn't contribute a single money. Like, the Democrats don't understand how unfair it sounds. I pay into a system, government benefits. It's already enough that the bottom half of Americans benefit disproportionately from government benefits compared to the top half of an American taxpayer. Then you add on to the fact that illegals are coming in. They didn't contribute a single dime into the system. And they're not even loyal to this country. And they're benefiting from government resources there. All I have to do is look at California, where they make all their, healthcare for everybody. Well, we didn't all pay for that healthcare. We all didn't contribute to that healthcare. Illegals sure as hell didn't contribute. And if they did, they're not as much as they're taking out of the system. People are seeing this as abuse on the American people. People seeing this as, you taking us for a fool. And this is the reality. This is the sentiment that has been unleashed because of the negligence from the Democrats and their border policies, pretending that there's no problem at the border. Democrats' typical tactic, deny, until it's so big you can't even deny it anymore. You can't even hide it anymore. That's how California is right now. Deny. We got it under control. There is water in the fire hydrants. And then people just keep finding lies after lie after lie. And I'm like, these people can't govern for ish. They just want to look good. That's all they want to care. That's all Democrats care about. That's all liberals care about. They just want to look good and feel good about looking good. But they want to ignore all the consequences of their outcomes, of their governance. But I digress. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I'll be interested to hear what you guys are thinking. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I appreciate you guys for watching to the end of the video. And share the video if you feel so inclined. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.